I'm going to ask you, while your eyes are closed, to please picture with your powerful imagination 3 images. They are going to be highly personal. So as for what it's worth, nothing personal. Picture that you are 5. Do you remember being 5? What your dreams were, what your plans were? Sometimes when people have recall of childhood, they stir up painful memories. I don't apologize for bringing this up. Everybody's had pain in their life. It doesn't mean it was personal. But when you were 5, don't you remember your mindset and what you thought you were, and that you didn't care if you were ugly or fat or goofy looking or lived in a poor... You just didn't care. Now let's fast forward through life, because everybody goes through the kind of life I'm talking about tonight in various forms. The hurdles that presented themselves, the obstacles, the negatives, all of the hardship, the hurt. It's real, and it's not something we should completely dwell on, of course, but not ignore either. Now I want you to picture the second image. Can you remember in your mind someone who came along and inspired you to be greater? That one person. So when you think of somebody in your life that makes you smile, when you remember them and the difference they made to you, who were they? What did they look like? And if they're gone now, I'm sorry about that. And here's the last one. I want you to picture the most important image of all. The image of a person who can make miracles happen, who can change lives, and who can make a difference more than you can picture in a million lifetimes. Open your eyes. That person is you. Don't you understand that? See, the impossible is possible. Like it, and you're really good at it. In 1978, I packed up my green Hornet Sportabout station wagon, 1974 model, left the little town of Yorkton, Saskatchewan, and moved to the big city of Calgary, Alberta, to start my formal education as a broadcaster. And I will never, ever forget the disbelief, the total awe I felt moving to that city. I couldn't believe how far I'd gotten since 1966 when I started school. I couldn't believe how far I'd gotten since 1960 when I was born. I couldn't believe the accomplishments in one life. And as much as it was tempting, because I was not sure of the future, to be afraid of it, I just wasn't. I figured if I could get this far, how far can I go? And one night I found a piano. It was just sort of sitting in the hallway, albeit a little more commonsensical, because at Mount Royal College they have a conservatory of music. And instead of looking at it and remembering the pain, I sat down and wrote that song. And that became my symbol. Before I wrote these, that was my symbol. That song meant everything to me. It was symbolic of challenge and struggle and obstacles and ultimately celebration. It's not a very good song, but I don't care. It's what it means to me. And it's got a great name. It's very personal. It's called The Ode to the Old Bag Who Said My Toes Were Too Short.